Hey, my name is Jonathan, and this vlog is about climate crisis, climate change, global warming. I personally call it climate crisis, because that's what it is, and it's a rainy day right now. And honestly, rainy days make me really horny. Like, I am so profoundly horny right now because it's raining. If I had a girlfriend right now, I'd be fucking her right in the middle of this field, right in the middle of the rain. Because it's wet, and wet makes me really horny. But let me talk about climate change, because in relation to atheists and agnostics and a spiritual revolution that's needed to reverse climate change. Now, I have a really high respect for atheists and agnostics and think their ideas are very essential to stabilizing rationality in today's world, today's crazy world. It's crazy with religion and on. So atheists and agnostics are so essential to stabilizing rationality. But at the same time, atheists and agnostics that are going to have to disassociate themselves from secularism, considering the effects of climate change. Because consumption is the force behind climate crisis. And secularism has a high correlation as the chief fuel to consumption and materialism. Wherever there is secularism in the world, there is a very high level of consumption and materialism. And consumption is what is destroying Mother Earth. Destroying the planet. Like, you can recycle all you want, you can buy as much green products as you want, but it's not going to do anything. You can have as much energy efficient products as you want. It's not going to do anything to decrease consumption. And secularism, correlated with consumption materialism, is destroying the planet. Okay, so agnostics and atheists have to disassociate themselves from secularism. Being secular does not automatically mean you're agnostic and atheist and vice versa. So what I'm trying to say, seriously, I love it. I love the weather out here. Reversing climate change is impossible without a spiritual revolution, because a spiritually empowered life is the key to simplicity in material living. Like, eventually the world has to figure out that without a spiritual revolution, we're not going to reverse climate crisis. So atheists and agnostics, they can still express spirituality, contrary to the religious opinion. Contrary to religious opinion, agnostics and atheists can be spiritual people. So, like most religious Americans are massive consumers, and that reveals their hypocrisy as Christians and as religious people. Because if you are a true religious and true spiritual person, you would live simply and not consume so much. So basically, if you're a massive consumer, it shows that you're a very unhappy person. Because, like, capitalism depends on your perpetual unhappiness, like feeding through marketing that you have to buy this, buy that. Like, if you ever experienced happiness and contentment, basically, capitalism would collapse if you ever experienced contentment and happiness, because your perpetual unhappiness fuels capitalism and fuels consumption. So it may sound ironic, but atheists and agnostics, they can take the lead in distinguishing themselves away from the environmental destruction behind secularism. So my message to atheists and agnostics is, if you want to survive, you want to thrive as a movement, you have to disassociate yourselves from secularism, because secularism is destroying the planet. We're going to figure this out. That's all I wanted to say, and right now I'm going to find some girl and, like, fuck her up against a tree out here in the rain. Like, rip her shirt off while the rain is falling on top of us. The rain makes me so horny. That's all I wanted to say, and you're awesome. I love you.